back to my channel. Today I have a monster of a video for you. I am not sure if I'm going to do one huge video or if I'm going to break it down into 2 or 3 smaller ones. I'm not sure yet. Let's just kind of jump into it and then we'll figure out from there how long we're going to go. I'm trying, ideally I'm not uploading videos that are more than 15 minutes long. Mine tend to be more towards half an hour long, and anything longer than that I don't like to do because it takes like 400 hours to upload it to the internet. And plus I'm pretty sure that my viewers get bored after like the first 5 minutes of listening to my voice. Anyway, back to my point, I have a monster haul for you. This is sort of a conglomeration of weeks of different crafty ordering and sales and stuff. Some of the stuff I've shown as I've needed it. I've done little hauls here and there, but a lot of it I haven't really needed it right away, so I've just kind of pushed it aside and figured I'd get to it later. I like to show off in a nice organized haul when I get something, and then especially if it's like a stamp or a die product, I like to make a storage pocket for it, and I like to put it away and make everything neat and tidy and get things kind of logged and so on and so forth, and I just haven't had a chance to do that. Incidentally, I've been just running around like crazy all week trying to get stuff done in preparation for my daughter's upcoming birthday party this weekend. We were out today all day running around town doing errands. I've hurt my foot and it hurts to walk, so I'm just going to try to rest my foot a little bit today, so I figured it was probably the perfect time to take a couple of hours just to sit down and to organize and to just do this, just take care of it. And then the party preparations can wait until after. I still have, it's about 4:45 p.m. right now. I still have the rest of tonight, and I have tomorrow that I can still do stuff. So anyway, and this, I find this enjoyable. I find this relaxing. Obviously I like to collect craft things, so I like to look at them and touch them, but also the organization and storage part of the way that I like to run my craft room is very therapeutic. So I thought it was just the ticket after a very stressful week to look at and to touch some new things and to get them put away. And kind of it helps to give me an idea of projects that I want to do going forward. Plus I have some other kind of big things going on the rest of this month, and I really like to just have this stuff put away so that I can work at it. So what do we have here? I have orders from Scrapbook Pal, Hallmark Scrapbook, Avery Elle, Doodlebugs, Brutus Monroe. I have a whole bunch of stuff sitting over here. Now, most of these things I've purchased, I've not paid full price for, so I know it's an overwhelming quantity of stuff. But first of all, I've not paid retail price for them. Second of all, it's probably a good 4 or 5 weeks worth of different purchases. And third, a lot of these things are for my Christmas card series. So I like to do those in the summer, or at least the late summer, pretty much before everybody's Christmas stuff comes out, just to kind of get it out of the way. So what I do is I buy the previous years and even the years before that Christmas stuff that I had my eye on last year. I got this year, so that I can work with that. And then when the Christmas stuff starts coming out, you know, in August next month or whatever, if there's something that I really have to have, that then, you know, I'll consider it. But for the most part, it'll just kind of wait until next spring or summer, and then I'll pick that stuff up. So I think Christmas cards, I don't know about you guys, but my personal Christmas card list is at least 70 different households that I make and send cards for. Plus I also, in a limited way of course, but I also offer my Christmas card making services for my Etsy shop. So I make a lot of Christmas cards, so it's important to start early, and I probably should have already started a while back. I like to joke that I start Christmas like December 26th is when I start the next year's Christmas crafts. I really should have already done that, but I've had a lot going on this year with the spine injury that you guys know all about, so I won't bore you with the details, kind of holding me back and whatever. Okay, so without further ado, this is what I mean by I just ramble on and talk. So I'm going to go through, I've tried to keep the stores together, and I will of course have products linked, and all that good stuff is going to be linked down below if you're interested in anything. I've tried to keep stores together. Sometimes that's not always the case, and the manufacturers or like brands are all over the place. So the first one that I have is right on the top of the pile, and this is my Hallmark scrapbook order. And the reasons why it's on the top of the pile is because it just came in today. So this is the last thing that I ordered, and I already opened it up and kind of checked things off on my list here, and I have a little bit of a mistake. I ordered their Couture Creations double-sided tape. This is like a generic score tape. I ordered the 1/4 inch tape, which I do like, and I ordered 2 rolls of it, and they sent me 2 rolls of the 1/8 of an inch tape, which I don't like. For the most part, and I've pretty far and wide tested all of the different, you know, generic brands of the score tape. The 1/8 of an inch I have a really hard time with. It's really difficult to work with, and it's not super strong. Excuse me. What was that? I think one of my daughter's cats just knocked something over and I'm getting irritated. Are you okay? He's standing here like I didn't do anything. I have a pile of plastic totes over here and I think he's trying to jump up on it and he keeps missing. It's too high for you, bud. He's looking at me like I didn't do anything. That wasn't me. I'm sorry. So the 1/8 of an inch score tape, the generic stuff, it's not as sticky and it's a little bit more difficult to work with. So I prefer the actual brand name score tape on my 1/8 of an inch. I think I actually have some here and that's why I didn't order any. So this is the brand name score tape. You can see right on the roll here how nice and tight it is even. It's really easy to unroll, it's easy to rip and measure out the length that you want, and you can see on the generic here all these different gaps. It's on this cardboard roll a little bit more loosely. It's harder to pull, it's harder to work with. Sometimes the tape, sorry glare, the tape goes off the coil. It can be kind of messy. I mean, I'll use it, but it's not my favorite. So I've been buying the brand name score tape in the 1/8 of an inch, and then I'll get the generic in my 1/4 of an inch and above. I have no problems with. They've been perfect. I'm gonna try shutting off this overhead light here and see if that helps the glare. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. How is that doing? Yeah, that's much better. Sorry about that. I should have thought to do that right from the beginning. Especially now with my my new mat here, it's really easy to get a glare off of this. Anyway, so they have sent me, as you can see, the 1/8 of an inch and not the 1/4 of an inch. So, bummer. Because I actually needed the 1/4 of an inch. So, I'm gonna leave this on my desk to remind me to email them about that, because I would really like to exchange for my 1/4 of an inch because I need it. I use a lot of that for like the pivot pop-up cards. It's a really nice tape, and I used almost all my stash on my daughter's birthday party invitations. So. Okay, moving on. Also from Hallmark Scrapbook, I grabbed an embossing powder pad because I only had the bottle here, and let me see if I can grab it and I'll show you. To reach, and I've used it so much that I've kind of broken the bristles long before I've used up all the cornstarch inside of it. So I thought that I would give the embossing pad a try. It's really inexpensive, and it's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be too. So I thought I'd give that a try. Let's see, I got just some little slider elements here from My Favorite Things, and this is still Hallmark Scrapbook. They carry a nice variety of My Favorite Things, so just a few of those. And then also from My Favorite Things, I got from last month's release the aquarium die, and then the shaker pockets that fit the aquarium die, just to make some fishy themed, some aquarium shakers. As you guys know, we love our goldfish. In this house, we're big fans of goldfish, so I love all sorts of aquatic fun things. So I thought that would be fun. And again, from Hallmark Scrapbook, I got a, let's see, the windows here are $3.99 and then the die is $16.99. So it's kind of the same price as just getting it from My Favorite Things. so there's no real need. I like ordering from Hallmark Scrapbook because you get the free shipping once you hit $100, so I'd rather do that than, and then I can get a wide variety of products. Anyway, so that is last June? What month is it? It's July. So I think that's from the June release. Also from my favorite things, I grabbed the Make Waves stencil. I've been having so much fun with the cloud stencil that I thought that I would give this a try, and I noticed that they now have a grass stencil available from the July release, so that will be probably going on my next order. This order I placed earlier in the week, so it was too late, or technically too early for me to get that, but so that's the grass stencil for my favorite things. And also for my favorite things, I grabbed the square shaker window and frame die. If you guys remember, months and months back, I ordered the pockets already, and I just kind of forgot to order the die. So this is me just, you know, remembering, oh yeah, I need to order that die. That Christmas is one theme, but also another theme is, you'll notice going through this stuff, is I have a lot of like one of something but not the other. Like I had a lot of the square pouches, but I didn't have the die. Like my lawn fawn here, as we get into it, you'll see I had like the dies but not the stamps, and I just really was, my theme was kind of just complete these collections, complete what I was doing with that stuff. So anyway, so here I finally have the die that fits those pouches, so that's exciting. And these are really thin. I'm wondering, I wish I could have a storage solution to store these. I really do like the shaker elements for my favorite things. I think that it's a lot easier than trying to work with and cut acetate, because I always get my fingerprints on the acetate and it makes a big mess. So what is that cat doing again? My goodness. Now the other cat's getting involved. Okay. So also from Hallmark Scrapbook, from Honeybee Stamps. I still haven't ordered anything from the new release because their summer release, I really want the nail polish stuff from them, but they're like still out of stock at Hallmark Scrapbook. So I'll just be patient and I'll wait. It'll come eventually. But I did get this stamp set, which is, what is it called? I don't even know. Oh, here we go. The Sending You Sentiment stamp sets to go along with the die and the stamps that I already have. Let me see if I can grab it real quick. I picked up at a D-Stash sale like a long time ago. Let me see if I can find it here. I think this came from Sybil B when she was doing a D-Stash not too long ago. So I do have the little pickup stamps and dies that came from her D-Stash, and I just kept neglecting to get these sentiments this whole time. And I really wanted to use these for some of my Christmas cards because I really like this truck here. I plan to do some watercoloring with this truck and this Christmas tree and things like that. If you can see, pardon a little bit of a glare. This is a new, obviously this is a new craft mat, as you guys know. This is also a new tripod that's holding my phone, which is where I do all of my recording. This is not the final tripod. This isn't working for how we need it, and my husband's actually ordered me something else, so this one's going back to the store. And this one is staying with me, but you can see I already, ooh, I just moved a die. I already played a little bit with stamping some of them out on watercolor paper. I just hadn't gotten around to actually watercoloring them yet, but I really wanted some of these sentiments in here. Like I like this one. It's sending you loads of, and then we've got Christmas greetings is kind of what I plan to do with it. So I had the stamps and the die, I just neglected to get the sentiments. So again, I was just completing the collection because I do plan to use this for some Christmas cards. I am definitely not a, it's so funny, in the Stamp Junkies Facebook group, we're always kind of talking about what kind of a crafter, Christmas crafter are you? Do you make like each card individually? Do you pick one pattern and then make them all? I'm like maybe 5 to 10 of a particular card, and then I move on to the next stamp set. So anyway, so I do plan to make a few cards using the set, so I'm happy to kind of have the completed collection here. These are really, really nice quality things. Okay, that is from Hallmark Scrapbook. Also from Hallmark Scrapbook, from their release, I think this was their May release, I grabbed the, let me see what it's called. I'm terrible with remembering names of things. The mixtape set. I grabbed the stamps and the dies. I've never had, this is my first Concord 9th product ever, at least as far as I know. I do have some stamp, not dies, but I do have some stamps that I've received in various Happy Mails and D-Stash swaps and stuff that I'd never been able to identify what brand they were, but as far as I know, I've never used or seen any Concord 9th things. Oh look, my package is, it's open here a little bit on the side and it's not sealed. That's okay, I'm sure it's just stamps, I'm sure it's fine. This one really kind of spoke to me for the release enough to obviously to actually order it. I don't really have any interest. They're cool and everything, but I don't really have any interest in their turnabout stamps, which is what I think Concord 9th is famous for. They're cool. I just, as you guys know, I'm not super into the background techniques. I am sometimes, but certainly not enough to invest yet. Anyway, they might still come out with something cool, but certainly not enough so far to invest in any of the turnabout stamps. And this one really kind of spoke to me. I was thinking cards for my husband, cards for my husband's friends, anybody born in, you know, like the mid-70s that had the cassette tapes through high school and stuff, and I really liked some of the sentiments that go with this. And this is a separate stamp, this hello sentiment here that has the actual tape. You guys remember your cassette tapes, right? I mean, I was born in 1979, so I had cassette tapes. You guys, you know, the tape, the actual tape coming out and stuff, so you can stamp this separately, the hello sentiment coming out of your tape. And you've got two different cassette tapes that you could choose from, and I was thinking it might be fun to write, like hand write, so, you know, the recipient's name on here as well to kind of be like that tape. You guys know, I mean, you guys know, all right, like middle school, you know it. You had your tape deck and you sat there with your Casey's Top 40 on the weekends, and you sat there waiting to press the button if you could hear the first few seconds of your song so that you can record it off the radio, and that's how you make your mixtape, right? Hysterical. I absolutely love, and of course my husband, okay, my husband still has mixtapes, guys. He has like a duffel bag full of mixtapes that he can't get rid of because he's fairly certain that he can't buy that music anywhere else. So I thought this would be perfect for my husband. Anyway, I really liked that. Of course, then the same thing with the actual tape on the heart. A ton of sentiments. Thank you mix, birthday mix, friend mix, thanks, happy birthday, BFF. We've got some lines here if you want to stamp on your tape. Thanks times a million, you rock, all the feels, you're the best. So it's kind of like putting a 2018 feel, a 2018 spin on the concept of the mixtape. And then we've got some of these shadowed sentiments here on the bottom. You're my jam, you rock my world, we're a good mix. Celebrate real nice. That's hysterical. Party like it's 1989. Yes. Yes. So this obviously just spoke to me, and I just had to do it. So far I can feel it through the package. It feels like a very nice quality. I'm sure that I'm going to have a lot of fun using it. This is a large stamp set. It's larger than I thought it was going to be. It's a 6x8 stamp set. And then it has the coordinating dies, and there's not many dies in here. Which is okay. This is mostly, you know, just these big images and some sentiments, and then it has like a You Rock outline here. I probably, you know, I'm kind of looking at it a little bit closer. It's kind of been my thing lately. If I'm going to pick up the stamp set, I might as well pick up the dies at the same time. I'm probably wishing I hadn't picked up the dies. It looks like this would have been really easy to fussy cut. Let's see. I'll flip it back around so you can see. Allegedly what's coming is a camera that's going to hang not from the roof, but it's on some sort of funky thing where he can clip it to something and it will actually come out from the wall and then hang over my desk, and then it will be over my workspace properly, and then I can actually film so that you see everything from my orientation. We'll see. Anyway, you know, it might look semi-professional. So that the stamps they're $24 regular, but they were $20.40 at Hallmark Scrapbook, and the dies are, wow, $20 regular price. So yeah, really pricey dies here. I think this is more of a, maybe more of a luxury brand. And this was $17 on sale at Hallmark Scrapbook. So $37.40 together. So yeah. Again, but this is a huge stamp set, so I think it's definitely worth the price. But these dies, that's a lot of money for just these couple of dies. I mean, you look at a whole like Lawn Fawn die set and it's only 16 bucks or whatever, you know, for like a... Anyway. These feel really great. I just had to have it. I do wish that I had skipped the dies because, again, this looks easy enough to fussy cut, but I'm certainly not going to beat myself up about it. Really excited about this. This is Mixtape, I think is what it's called. Mixtape stamp set, Concord 9th. My first time using a Concord 9th product. I'm really excited. I've since kept an eye on their other releases and I haven't seen anything else. They did have another set from this release that I was interested in. They have like a beautiful cross section of the geode stamp and die set that I was interested in. So, and that is still on my wish list, but this I wanted more. And again, I just kind of wanted to try the brand and get a feel for it and whatever. So this, a lot of their stuff isn't quite my style, but I will definitely be keeping an eye on further releases for things like this that are kind of outside of the box and funky. So that does it for my Hallmark scrapbook order. Concord 9th, a little honeybee, some My Favorite Things, a whatever it's called, embossing pad. Hallmark scrapbook is kind of like an all-purpose thing. They carry a lot of brands. I like it. They're usually a discount. They have a really decent discount section. When they run sales, they'll usually email you too with what the coupon code is, so that's nice as well. Oh, and I need to save my invoice because I have to email about that. Okay, so let's move on. The next thing on my pile is the thing that came in yesterday. I watched what's his name, Christopher something from Brutus Monroe, and I watched him on his YouTube channel like last week or whatever reveal his powdered elements metals collection that you're supposed to stamp with a sticky glue pad, and then you use a paintbrush and you brush this metal on, and he did a bunch of projects and it looked amazing. It looked like foils, and I was like, oh my god, I need that immediately for my Christmas cards. They were sold out of the kit. He did have a kit. It was actually a really good price. It came with some stamp sets and stuff, and I was actually going to buy the kit. They had butterfly stamps. I didn't even want the butterfly stamps. I'm not a big butterfly person, but I was going to get it and then use the stamps and stuff for a giveaway because it was such a great price, and I really just wanted the powdered elements is what they call it. So anyway, so I ordered that, and I ordered the glue pad that he used to do the stamping. And that came to $26.98 for the two of them. So that's a lot. It's a $10 glue pad and then $17 of the powder. So it came to $26.98. I paid $5.05 for shipping. $32.03 was my total. It came very fast, but this is how it came to me. I got this thing and then this in my package. I can't say so far that I'm very pleased. This is being filmed on a Friday, very early evening on a Friday. When did I order it? I don't know if it's even on here. July 9th. So it came to me pretty quick. Today's the 13th. So I only ordered it like 4 days ago. So then I already have it. So that's amazing, right? But this is how it came to me. I got this here, which I'm assuming is the glue pad. I don't really know because there's no package. I mean, you can look at the label here. Even they even have a picture of it on their receipt. Or their packing slip rather, and it has like a label on it, and presumably along with that label there are instructions on how to use it, any kind of warnings, any kind of cleanup, or anything that you find. Let me see if I have anything, like just a regular glue pad sitting around, anything on here, you know, that would indicate what it is. So I'm just assuming that that's what it is. And then there's just this little thing for the elements here. These are the powder elements, and it's just circled, and it says B/O, which I'm assuming is not a reference to my body order. It says back, I'm assuming it means back ordered. Now, I know that this was really popular and that they did sell out of the other kit. I'm really irritated. Really irritated with this company. I'm really excited to use this stuff. It looked amazing. I never received any kind of email whatsoever indicating that part of my order was back ordered, and I received 2 different emails saying, one saying my order had shipped, and then another one saying that when it had shipped, or going to ship, and then when it had shipped. And neither one of those emails said anything about part of it, you know, shipping a partial order or back order or anything. So I'm just assuming that I'm getting both pieces, and then I get this and I open it up and I just like, back order, really? So, and then this, well, I didn't really notice this as much first as I noticed that something was missing from the package. So I went to the website and I contacted customer service, and I emailed customer service yesterday. And then today, as I'm moving some stuff around this morning, trying to get to my desk, I pulled out the glue pad and paid a little bit more attention to it. And then I emailed again and said, I just want to make sure that this is the right thing because there's no packaging on it or anything. Can you please tell me what's going on in the order? So that's 2 emails, and somebody finally emailed me back. Let me see if I can bring it up. And it says something about how, please contact us. I just did. Please contact us so that we can resolve this. So I emailed them twice, and their only response was, please contact us. So I emailed very nicely. I emailed back and said, I'm pretty sure that by sending you 2 emails, that was me contacting you. So what would you like me to do? I don't know. So at this point, I would prefer to have product, or just, I will send this back. I don't really know what to do at this point. That's a new one for me, and I've been in e-commerce for a very long time. 2 emails, please contact us. I'm pretty sure that I just did that. So what would you like me to do about it? I don't know, but I will say that it's a bummer when stuff gets back ordered, but they should really let you know that, and not just get some sort of surprise note in your stuff. Anyway, so that is my thing with Brutus Monroe, which is a bummer because I was really excited to try this. I have a whole experiment set up for you guys. I was going to compare it to... Hi there, sorry about that. My phone has rung twice as I was trying to just finish up my Brutus Monroe story. Both computers asking me about my extended warranty on my car, which is interesting because I don't have an extended warranty on my car, and we bought it used after the warranty on my car had already expired. Gotta love these scam things. Anyway, so I will stop complaining about Brutus Monroe at this point. So far, I've been really disappointed. I'm okay with, like, if, you know, waiting for your stuff, or, I mean, come on, guys, I waited 6 months for my glass medium out here. Like, I'll wait for stuff, but you just gotta let me know what's going on, right? They had no issue billing me for something that they clearly didn't have in stock, and couldn't tell me that it wasn't in stock, and I don't know. I will keep you guys up to date. I'm trying to stay calm. I don't generally lose my temper, so I will stay calm. I'm going to put this in my pile over here with the Hallmark scrapbook stuff to remind me to follow up with that next week, because I doubt that I'm going to hear back from them at this point. Okay, so moving on. Let's talk about Avery Elle. I placed an actual Avery Elle order. Avery Elle is one of my brands, and I've kind of been noticing that I haven't been showing Avery Elle the love that they deserve. So I did some shopping on their website, and I do have a couple of other Avery Elle things mixed in here. Basically, I just order wherever I could get the best price. So this is coming directly from Avery Elle. We will start with it. I don't even know what this is called. Here we go. This is the Tough Guys small stamp set. Really cute. This little weightlifter. I did think that I ordered the dies to go with this, and it turns out I didn't. I looked at my... I thought that I did, and I looked at my packing slip here, and I wasn't billed for it or anything, so just clearly an oversight on my part, but I will put the dies for this to go on my wish list for the next round of ordering. I just thought it was really cute, this sort of, you know, 50s or 60s bodybuilder. Very funny. I have a friend who has been doing some weightlifting. He and his husband for, like, I don't know, maybe the past 3 or 4 years have been going to a physical trainer, and he's doing amazing things, and he posts these videos on Instagram. He's lifting, you know, he's now up to, like, lifting tons of weight, and just, he looks amazing. So I thought that it would be fun to make some cards for him using that when I get the dies. From Avery Elle, I grabbed the, I think this is called Sea Prize, the little sharks and the puff, the puffer fish, is really cute. This is from a newer release, just for some summer fun cards. I thought this would be fun to kind of combine with the June, what is it called, Hero Arts kit with the ocean stuff. I just thought it would be fun to kind of do some fun stuff with this together. I did also recently just acquire their Hello Chum set, which is kind of shark themed, so I thought they would all kind of work together. I was going to kind of wait. I actually didn't buy this on sale. I needed just a little bit more to bump me over the threshold. I think it's $75 from Avery Elle, the threshold for free shipping. So I was like, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to get it. So, and then I got the coordinating dies to go with that. But he's really cute. Look at that little smile. He's adorable, right? I love him. And the sentiments are a little extra puff for all those candles, which is great. And then hope your birthday is swell. Very cute. Happy to have that for my little collection. Okay, we've got some Christmas going on. This is Elf-tacular stamp set. This is one that I actually thought that I ordered, and then when I was organizing my Avery Elle stamp sets a couple weeks ago, I didn't see it anywhere, so I definitely do not have this one. But it was a good price, I think. I think it was on sale. I don't have the price right in front of me, but, and then of course I got the coordinating dies to go with this, but I thought that that would be fun to make some Christmas cards because I'm going to be working on the Christmas cards pretty soon. And I thought that this would be great, have some scene building elements to go with this one as well for other kinds of Christmas cards, like the elves can be used anywhere, and then of course we've got the teddy bear and the ornaments here, and then the present, which of course could be used for any occasion in which there's a present. So I thought that the small little things that went with this made it kind of a good investment because you can use it to piece together with other sets. And I grabbed the Sweet Tidings stamp set, another fun one from the wish list. Just mostly I've just picked this one up for the sentiments. Sweet holiday wishes, sweet tidings, homemade and Santa approved. I grabbed that for gift tags this year. We make sugar cookies. My sisters and mother and sister-in-law and all of our children get together and make sugar cookies. We bake and decorate sugar cookies using my mother's buttercream frosting, and we dye it all sorts of awkward colors and decorate them. And it was something that my sisters and I used to do with my mom when we were little, and that's something that we've kind of, when my daughter was little, we resurrected it and then did it with her, and now of course both of my sisters have children as well, so we do it with them. And now my brother and his family moved back to the state, so we grab my sister-in-law and her daughter as well and kind of bring them into it. So anyway, I thought that would be fun for Christmas tags. Basically we make god-awful, you know, terribly gaudy cookies, but they're delicious. My mother's sugar cookies and her buttercream frosting are amazing, whatever recipe she uses. I think it's an old, what is it called, Fanny Farmer from like the ancient cookbook. Absolutely amazing. They come out amazing. So we make tons of them, and then we all take huge trays of them home to separate them out to put on smaller trays and gift baskets for friends and other relatives and so on and so forth. So it's like an all-day project just baking and decorating these cookies, and a lot of the time the children lose patience with it and they're off and whatever, so really it's just us adults that are finishing it up. But anyway, so I just thought that would be really fun to make some gift tags. We usually give trays to both of my landlords, and my husband takes them to work, and of course my mother-in-law and stuff. And then we have the Baked with Love sentiment, and then I like this one as well, Christmas Calories Don't Count, which I thought was fun. And then of course there's some fun little images that you can use to pull together a fun little card thing, or again I'm thinking this is more of a Christmas tag. And then I grabbed the coordinating dies to go along with this. Just a little something fun. This one is another set that is from the wish list that I love. It's called Mimosas. And it's of course got the mimosa flower here. And then this beautiful mimosa bar script sort of font here. I'm not actually not much of a floral person, but I think this is great. And this is just, I I think thick enough that even I can color it without it having coming out, you know, completely stupid. And then of course the actual mimosas here. This is a little bit too late for like fun things at my sister's wedding or whatnot, but I thought that this would be just a great one to have for the collection, because it seems like when you least expect it, people get engaged and married, and you know, it's always like I mean, where I am anyway, my circle of friends here, it just seems like the morning of the wedding is when you whip out the mimosas, and then of course social brunches and stuff like that. So I thought that it would be fun to have something like this on hand, especially if it's on sale and I wanted it anyway. It's a mimosa bar, and then it says champagne juice, garnish, enjoy, and then it says strawberries, blackberries, pineapple, guava, orange, mango, grapefruit, and raspberries, and this fun little script font here. And then the very bottom says this calls for mimosas. So just a fun stamp set for the collection. And then the coordinating dies to go along with this. Last thing from Avery Elle, Punny Pantry. I love food type cards. This is just something I got for more of your autumn things here. Obviously we have our jar of jelly here, and our I'm So Jelly, and your radish, butter half, and you're my butter half with the bread and pat of butter here, lime yours, and then of course here we are into fall here. I must apologize, sweetie pie. So these kind of some fall themed cards. Nice buns. This sticky bun is what it's called, or cinnamon bun. Cinnamon roll is kind of, I think, what we call those here, but it might be a regional thing. So just a fun punny type sentiment, easy to color. I like the images that are easy to color because I'm a terrible colorer. So I like things very basic, kind of more almost cartoony, with just very minimal shading, just 2-3 colors max. So your fun cartoony images, which is why I'm so drawn to things like to Avery Elle in general. I mean, look at like just this, a good example right here is this Christmas set right here with the elves. You know, they're thick lines, they're not super detailed, really easy for somebody who's not great at coloring to color. And honestly, I like coloring as much as the next person, but I like it because it's therapeutic and not necessarily because I need it to look like a masterpiece. So I'm fine with my coloring skills. If you don't like it, then you don't have to look at my stuff. That's the way that I see it. But I'm fine with my very rudimentary middle school coloring skills. Anyway. So that is it for my Avery Elle for this order. I'm probably going to stop this video here because I think we're crusting on like almost 45 minutes, and then I'll have to come back and do a part 2 for the second pile. I do not want to upload an hour-and-a-half long video, and I can't imagine anybody would want to watch it. So look for part 2. Again, this is Avery Elle, Brutus Monroe, Hallmark Scrapbook. We've got some Avery Elle and My Favorite Things, Concord 9th, as I'm dropping stuff. Concord 9th, Honeybee Stamps. So a really, really good haul. I'm really pleased, and I hope that you have enjoyed. And look for part 2 coming out. We've got Lawn Fawn, and I'm trying to look at my little pile here. Lawn Fawn and some other stuff coming out. So anyway, thanks very much. Take care.